Kinchega National Park, where we stayed at Emu Lake Campground, which is not a lake, by the way. And this is the historic old Kinchega wool shed. Look how huge it is. It's massive. And nearby over here are the shearer accommodations. The killing shed, located some distance from the rest of the complex, is a steel frame structure clad in corrugated iron and probably dates from the 1950s. You can see the pivot pole used for suspending the carcasses. The building demonstrates the self-sufficiency of the old stations, which supplied much of their own food to the station's inhabitants and workers. The long drop style pit toilets are housed in this timber and corrugated iron frame shed. They were built over an old station rubbish dump which has possible archaeological significance but has not yet been excavated. We're going in. Where all the shearing was done. Still has paint on it. You can read the name. It's where the sheep were driven in from that pan up this ramp and into this building. Up here are the flood markers. 2011 flood level, 1983-84, and way up there is 76. This is how red a river red gum is. This boiler marks the site of the worst accident on the Darling River, which occurred here on November 9, 1872. The boiler was part of the PS Providence, which had been stranded on the Darling for the previous 12 months. Due to a low river, it appears that the crew of the Providence had stopped in Menindee for a drink, and on returning to the vessel, they stoked the fire and headed downstream. Reportedly, the boiler had not been refilled, resulting in an enormous explosion. Gun, a Chinese cook, was blown into an overhanging tree from where he was rescued, but later died of his injuries. The other crew members killed were Captain John Davis, Engineer Edward Sparks, and Fireman John Roach. They were all buried in the Kinchega Cemetery. Henry Trevora, a miner from Wilcannia, on his way to visit family in Adelaide, survived the explosion. Here's the 1850s home. Was abandoned in 1956. That's what it used to look like. What it looks like today, 2017. Just the fireplace remaining.